The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. Verse 8, a time of love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he has taken against Babylon, America, and his purposes that he has proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock, the Israelites, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Habashai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen, beginning with the 144,000. Preacher, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. Right here, I got this report like 2 in the morning, 2 in the morning. How about you saying, no, hold off until more reports come out. All right. Now, you got right here, as we went into yesterday, this could be that time. You know, I got a report right here where on Fox News, like the guy saying, hey, this not going to just be a couple hours or a couple days. This is going to be extensive. All right. Now, United States got so much military personnel and equipment over there, and I believe that what's that? The U.S. What's that? The Lincoln. What is it, y'all? The aircraft carrier. That reached that touched down yesterday, earlier this morning, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, the U.S., which code name Assyrians in the scriptures, they just got too much personnel and firepower. They invested too much money into going over there, man, for them to just pull them back. All right? Now, you see the United States and Israel are tag teaming. All right? And they're going to get destroyed together. So you see the United States went over there because of the Israelis. Not the Israelites, the Israelis. They went over there for the state of Israel. For the imposters. All right? And they struck first. United States and Israel struck first. It says U.S. and Israel launched joint strike on Iran, targeting the supreme leader and president. Now, it's different reports saying the supreme leader and their commander are killed, but other reports saying that, hey, they are alive and are in a safe place. All right, so we don't know what's going on with that, but it's going to come out. All right? All right? Now, you got right here 6 hours ago, Iran threatens all U.S. military bases in the Middle East as missiles target Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. Now, I believe I got a report that says Iran attacked. That's 6 hours ago. Iran attacked. Let me see. Let me pause. I don't want to waste too much time. You see, here's another report right here. It says Trump tells Ayatollah surrender or die as U.S. airstrikes devastate Iran leader's compound. All right, so we don't know if the supreme leader, the commander, are alive or what. There's different stories, but it's gonna come out. But let me find this article if I can. Okay, the top one says Iran says it has hit U.S. base in Bahrain as it launches strikes across region. That was 4 hours ago. Now, right here, the second one, military. Iran strikes back at U.S. military base in Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates minutes after bombs started falling on Tehran. Iran, that was 4 hours ago. This one right here, 11 hours ago. Iran strikes U.S. Navy base in Bahrain and fires missiles at 4 countries after Operation Epic Fury. So you see what the reports are. All right. At the same time, watch the reports that's coming from the United States because you know they be lying. All right. Now, Trump's supposed to be talking soon. All right. And you know he's going to be lying. All right. But this is the time that we are in, man. At the time of war. All right. How long it's going to last? We don't know. Hopefully, this be it. Like we read in prophecy yesterday. You know, of course, it has to continue to escalate to that point. When it becomes a regional war, that's when the allies start getting involved as well. But we know what got to take place over here in America. Lights out, famine, troops everywhere, all major city, concentration camps. This beast system, this digital system, the mark of the beast. You know, all this stuff got to take place, and it's not going to happen overnight. But you best believe these things are going to escalate quick. Now that this happened earlier this morning. All right. All right. Let's get Joel. Where you at? Okay, Joel 2. Real quick.
Be careful with this gelatin mix.
Because this is where all this is taking place. All right. Joel chapter 2. No, I'm too far down. Joel chapter 2 and 20. It reads, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army." And this northern army is the United States. Where are they? "And will drive them into a land burning desolate as Saudi Arabia." As we showed you on the map yesterday and a couple of days before that, you see the ships of America are surrounding Saudi Arabia, and that's where the troops are. All right, all that personnel.
If you do this gelatin trick for more,
all right, that they sent. "And I will drive them unto a land that's barren and desolate, with his face toward the East Sea," right, the Euphrates River. Also the Persian Gulf. They right there side by side, man. So it's still the East. It's the East. All right. It says, "And his hinder part toward the utmost sea." Utmost meaning the back end, the west end, which would be the Red Sea. It's just going into where these U.S. troops are stationed. All right. "And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he has done great things." Right? Meaning they are going to get destroyed. Now, this is where all these nations are going to get involved and going to be destroyed. Joel 3 and 9, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." So you see, all nations are going to get involved, and they're going to come for war. All right? In that region. It says, "Beat your plowshares and swords and your pruning hooks and your spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Okay, that's war. "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh Shema Shah." It says, "Let the heathen be awakened."
if you do this gelatin trick for
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment. It's Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of Yahweh's judgment. That's right in Saudi Arabia, the whole region. "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." You see? Now you get verse 13, it says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe." Right? Remember, the harvest is the end of the world. Let's get that real quick. That's in the gospel. Harvest, end of the world.
girls, I can't keep this trick a secret any longer. I'm sure you
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 39. It says, "The enemy that soweth them is the devil. The the harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. You see? As therefore the tares, Edomites, that sold amongst Israel, that looked like them, but through the seed line of their father are actually Edomites. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in fire, so shall it be in the end of the world. You see? So you see, the harvest is the end of the world, meaning the end of this empire. All right? So you go back to Joel 3, and see Terah's going into Esau, and it's the end of his kingdom, the end of his world, the end of his empire. Now you go back to Joel 3 and 3 and
My husband laughed at me when I told
Joel 3 and 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. You see? The wickedness is great. So, in order for this wickedness to be at its all-time high, what has to be here? This mark of the beast, man. This beast system. All right? Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is near in the valley of decision. All right? So, in Revelation, it's called...
Girls, do not overuse this new gelatin trick. I did it and lost 37 in just...
Armageddon, Revelation 16 and 16, and he gathered them together. Let's start up. And verse 12, Revelation 16 and 12, the Wadi Shah. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Right, so these nations
I know you're already talking.
are going to that region for war. All right, and the Euphrates River is bone dry. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And that's your military might, which is DC, London, your financial system, and the Roman Catholic Church, going to religion. All right, so it's a video that was on Amazon. I'm sure it's still up. That goes into that. It says, for they are the spirits of devils, and these are all Edomites. All right, it's Edomite structure, power structure. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Right, just for the elect of Israel. And your patience possess your souls. So all this hell is going down, prophecy going down, but hey, it's nothing yet, man, concerning what's going to happen. Okay, all hell is going to break loose, man. All right, soon. And he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. You see, which is Harmagadwan in the Hebrew, which means...
Fuck it, I'm showing it.
The valley of troops, or the mountain of troops. And that's in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right? And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. Right, that's World War III. All right, that is World War III. As a matter of fact, well, it say so that
If you do this gelatin trick for more than 7 days,
that was not since men were upon the earth. Well, that's in Joel. No, Isaiah. No, it's Joel. Joel 2. And 2. Let's start at 1. Blow you the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm on my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah cometh, for it is nigh at hand. As there of darkness and of gloominess, as there of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning is spread upon the mountains, and a great people and a strong, There has been none ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even so to the years of many generations. You see? And it's just going into what it is. All right. Verse 3, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. This land that's as the Garden of Eden is America. The them that is talking about are the missiles, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Right. So before the missiles hit, this land is whole. But after the missiles hit, it's going to be what? A desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. And it's going into the missiles. All right. Describing the missiles. Revelation 16 and 19. And the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell. It says, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God Yahweh to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath, and every island fled away, and the islands were not and the islands, and the mountains were not found. So you see, nations, that's the end of their power structure. It's going to be a lot of rearranging going on. All right, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to cause landmarks to be moved. All right, things going to be shifted, not out of place, but shifted. The map not going to look the same. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and that's about 100 pounds. And men blasphemed God Yahweh because of the plague of hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. And that's these nuclear missiles, man. All right, and the ones that's going to be left, or the ones that's going to be that's going to remain after World War III back east, are going to be cussing out Yahweh Shema Shah. Why? The nuclear radiation in the water. People going to be sick. People going to die. You know? Nothing but chaos and turmoil, man. All right? Well, you see where everything is headed. You know? We explained everything for the most part. You know, so much, going to put in almost 20-minute lesson. You know, but that sums it up, man. Look, in a MAGA. Because, see, a lot of people in America don't want this war. And like they said, 5% of the people want war? And that was like, Trump said, so you going to go with the 5% of Americans? But, it's not up to Americans and what people vote for. It's about prophecy. And, and as these things continue to press on, this place is going to continue to be divided. Remember, these Edomites want to hold on to their power, man. They want to hold on to their kingdom. But you can hold on to it, but you just going to go down with it. 4 or 5 hours ago, raw story, in a MAGA. It says Trump's attack on Iran sets off revolt among angry supporters. So, this play, a kingdom divided against itself shall not stand, but has an end. So I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and probably how much more. Shall I check this out? Europeans cautious as they scramble to digest major U.S. and Israeli attack on Iran. So everybody getting nervous. You see that? Everybody getting nervous like the scripture said, So, we're going to keep watching and reporting through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Stay on point in the spirit. Hey, don't get caught naked out there, the hopeful elect, and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. Hey, we got to stay in the spirit, man. We got to keep our garments, which is our righteousness, man. Got to keep this truth. All right? Let no man take your crown, man. And I'm talking to myself first and foremost. Stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh Shema Shalom.